Morning people, on Ivy House today, Heron Lake. I've done peg 8. I was hoping for a ticket for the Silvers qualifier, but unfortunately it was a sellout. I made a bit of a boo-boo when I was booking the tickets, thought I'd booked one and I hadn't, but that's another story. Anyway, so I'm fishing the open on Heron. Going to use it as a practice for the Winter League, so we'll see what happens. At the moment the sun's out. Supposed to hammer down with rain at some point. Got the broadie in hand in case. My plan is going to be today to start short, probably in the edge, slightly to my left, maybe to my right as well. Ping maggots at 11 metres. I've plumbed up. Depth doesn't change from 11 to about 16, so I'm not going to fish 16 because it's going to be too slow. 10-11 metres I hope. Gary Etheridge caught at 8 metres the other day, so we'll see what happens. So yeah, just basically that's just a heads up of what's happening today. I'm gonna hopefully film it, weather permitting. Basically I've got 3 shallow rigs. I have a nice sexy strung rig as well for catching at a literally 2 foot, foot and a half. I can change that around as I need to. I've got 3 shallow rigs alternating between 8 to 10 and 12 inches. I can go down to 6 on the 8-inch rig if I need to, and then a deck rig, which I don't really think is going to come into play, but you never know in this place. I've got some ground bait, some of our actually this is a new version of Sweet Multi-Match that I'm trying out today. Need to add a bit more water in a minute. I've got absolutely stonkingly big, check out those great big maggots from Lanes via Wayne's Tackle. Absolutely awesome bait, Wayne, well done, that's absolutely brilliant. They're going to go in brilliantly. Got some dead reds as well, which I might use down the edge, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to sign off for now. I'm going to play this back and see what it looks like, and speak to you. Hopefully this will come out on a little video later on. Right, bye for now. Right, we are just about ready for the off. Just about ready for the off, so I'm just getting a few little bits ready. Wind started now, of course. Quick puff on my vape. Gonna start off just literally just gonna pop a bit of ground bait down my edge, just a bit. My dead red is just a little bit frozen, so I'm not stressing about that at the moment. I'm going to put a sloppy bit of ground bait down the edge. I'll probably end up chucking a bit down there, but just putting a little bit in there just to start with and throw a few maggots there. And then I'm going to literally, I'm going to try throwing a few mags, but I think I'll end up with them catapult. I'm going to start off 2 foot, only because listening to everybody, they saying they all started short this side Thursday, and they struggled to get bites for the first half an hour, by which time some of the anglers that were fishing the tip were like 30 pound in front before the fish actually turned up. So I'm going to just start longer, not longer, but 11 metres, pinging some maggots, and we'll see what happens, and go from there. So yeah, I'll keep talking for a little bit. There we go, that's the in. So yeah, that is the all in. Literally gonna just pop a little that slot there just on my marker. I'm just going to throw some maggots there. They'll come straight off that. And we will be 10 Ian Everett. Carbon stem slim with slightly cut down. I'll cut the stem down a little bit on this, to be honest, because I broke it. So I just cut it down, and it's a brilliant little up in the water float now. So we're just going to slap that twice. Somebody's caught already, and I can hear. That's it, let's get my eye in. Now it's a case of, will they come shallow quick? I'm not stressing straight away about, you know, I don't want to make it a blinking race, because it's very easy to get overexcited. I'll try and feed a little bit shorter if I can. If I can catch short, that'll be great. Could be that I've started too deep. We'll see. Just going to throw more maggots down there. Might find today you might catch pretty quick down there. No liners or signs yet. Might find I might have to go straight on the bottom, but we'll see. We'll keep feeding for a little while, and then we'll have to go down on the deck. We will. Starting to wonder if I bought enough maggots. Little sign. I know this lake, there'll be a point where everybody has a little spell where it goes funny. Now I can see a little bit of something going on there, a bit of movement. They do come shallow pretty quick on this lake. Like I always say, you start a match, you take a bit of a gamble on how you're starting. That was a bit of a bad feed, but I can see a few fish getting caught already. Let's have one next to me. A few fish getting caught short, so I might have to go short. Not worried about how well those maggots are grouped yet down that side. If I'm honest, normally I probably expected to have had a bite by now. That's been a bit cooler, so what I shall do is, there we go. Just when you think, oh, that might have been foul, which will be a sign I might have to go shallower already, but we'll see. Could have been a foul looker. Gonna see how far I can throw the maggots, to be honest. See if that's any better. Let's see if I can get them out there, because they're nice big maggots, and if I can catch them that short, that would be good. Not quite right. I'll carry on. Obviously, the closer you can fish, the quicker it is. At the same time, on this lake, as it gets towards winter, you do tend to have to go a bit further out. So, there we go. So, with a bit of luck, that's hooked properly. There's buggers in here if they're coming off of you. There we go. Click. I'm just going to try a single maggot, because they are big maggots. Might be a case that a single is better than a double. I'll carry on filming for a little while. Next door's that one. Yeah, you have to start ignoring what other people are doing, because it's very easy to lose your way by watching other people, or just you look around and see what they're doing, and you sometimes think they're catching quicker than they are. Another sign then, so you can see me coming to a shallow rig in a little while. Again, that was a sign. Trying to feed a little bit shorter now. I'm going to leave that rig too long. Once it's settled, it's sort of dead really. Little lift, there you go. Might be foul up with feed. There's a little tiny lift. Oh, it's in the gob. One of those shoppy big tail things that flops about, and they're very good at doing you. That's the second fish where the hook come out in the net. I think that's £3 now. That was a single. We'll go back to a double just to see if the bite is any quicker or not. Early signs are that there's no swells yet, so I might have started off at the right depth. There's a sign. Another sign. There's a lot of little tiny stocky things in it. Well, I say stocky, they bred very well, and there's a lot of them in here. Sort of tiny, sort of 3-4 ounce things. That's terrible. There we go. think that's where I looked. Yeah, that's where I looked. I'm just going to dink this down another inch. See if it's any better. I've got it to a single. I've got two fish now, fishing a double red. Look, why that would make any difference, I'm not sure, but you just don't know. And that rim drops, I can just about feed by hand because the maggots are nice and big. Be interested to see now. I've just taken 3 inches off that. Whether it'll be right. It could be that I need to go a bit deeper. That was terrible. Let's stop throwing. Pick up the catapult. You have to tell yourself things sometimes. Right, I've just seen a swirl. So I think I might need to go shallower. Sun could be a bit of a bugger. I'll keep feeding too far now. I'll keep telling everybody I'm no superstar, I'm just filming this for fun. It's good to watch back as well yourself, and you look at it and you think, well, that didn't do that very well, or I should have done this better, or I should have done that. Never too old to learn. Little tiny funny bite, that. Hooked in the top lip, so sorry if you didn't hear that. That's hooked in the top lip, so that tells me that at the moment I think I'm at the right depth. Now I reckon that's better. That's more or less exactly where I want it. So just things like that, you know, if you can feed out of your hand, it's a bit quicker. Make it a little bit easy to start with. That's why I don't really want to feed 2 lines if I can help it. Good thing about fishing at 11 is I can, if I need to, just go a metre longer. Sometimes those bigger F1s sit just a little bit further back. Another swirl then, so I'm going to keep lifting and dropping that rig. Get my eye in for that catapult. The bites are definitely a lot harder to hit now than they used to be. Definitely wised up a little bit. And I'm hot now. Too many clothes on. No idea. Sorry, I just realised that I've whacked the frigging camera with my landing net. So we'll just give that another 10 minutes recording. You missed that one. Sorry, I whacked the bloody camera with my landing net. Schoolboy error. There's that one about £3, which is a good fish for this lake. I've just put a slightly shallow rig on. I think it's going to be a case of going up and down a little bit today, depth wise. That's how I want to be feeding. A little bit shorter. Look out, the chickens are out. Need to get my feeding a little bit more accurate. That way I think I've gone too shallow too quick, even though I've had one on it. They do come and go a little bit shallow here. It's not always that consistently sort of like in, out this time of year. You can see there's a lot of fish there, but they're being a little bit cagey. That's my fault. Bad angling. So an hour and 10 minutes in, got about £45. Been going all right. Oh, I don't believe it. Turn the camera on, and then you get a silly tangle. Amazing that is. First time that's happened all match. There we go. Yeah, as I say, it's do this carefully and end up with a knot. Right, start again. As I said, I've just about to start my second net. I'm going to catch 2 more fish, hopefully. then get another net going. Might have misclicked, but a couple of the F1s were really big. I might have had one about £3.5, which is the biggest one I've ever caught out of here. Big bronze one, like big old tunnel barn job. Oh, I've not come off this yet, but I'm getting to the point where I think I might have to try another rig in a minute. I don't quite know why that switched itself off. I probably whacked it with my frigging hand in the handle. Anyway, I'm gonna start my second net now. I've been a little bit careful how much I've been feeding because I'm a bit worried about running out of bait. I should have bought a gallon. I bought 6 pints because I wasn't 100% sure I was going to be fishing in it. So, fish are definitely bigger in here now, and definitely wised up a little bit as well. For sure. That's why I'm fishing a little strung out rig. I think this time of the year, fishing a little shallow rig with a little bulk doesn't seem to be quite as good. I might have to go a little bit deeper again in a minute because this is the longest I've gone without a bite. This is typical. Very strange. Strange, very strange how it's suddenly gone. It does do that here though. Got to keep going. You just got to keep doing what you were doing. Very easy to, you know, you've been catching one a chuck on something, and suddenly you can't get a bite, so you change, and you end up going back on the rig you were catching one a chuck on. Oh, I don't know what's going on with this camera today. It keeps stopping again. Going to have to invest in a better camera, I think. Yeah, it's gone a bit funny all of a sudden, so I don't know why. Oh.